Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and this is just my impression, but I am starting to notice a sort of Fox Business feeding frenzy on the SEC and Ethereum versus Ripple, XRP, and crypto industry case. I am starting to see, I think that Fox, I think Charles Gasparino and the lady that works with him, I'll get to her in a minute. I don't want to keep calling her a lady. I want to call her by her name. Let me see if I can find where I even talked about her real quick. Right here. Her name's Eleanor Terrett. I am smelling blood in the. I am smelling that they smell blood in the water on this whole thing. And look, they've been on this for a couple of weeks, and I think that they're starting. It's just my impression. I think they're starting to see what all this really looks like. And that's not just me guessing. I'm fixing to put it all together for you, let you see what they're saying. First thing, Charles Gasparino today, Jeremy Hogan, we covered this tweet earlier in the first video about how Jeremy Hogan was talking about the legal analysis of XRP by the SEC in 2018. And they're trying to hide the analysis, and he made the point that it's only three scenarios. Their analysis either was that it was not a security, or maybe it was a security, which would help the fair notice defense, or that XRP is a security. But if that was their analysis, then why are they hiding it? And that was from a Leonidas tweet. Charles Gasparino retweets it and says, "Good point here regarding XRP." And then Jeremy Hogan today had weighed in here. And he says, also, take a look at page 13 of Ripple's brief now. And he smiles. And this is page 13 of Ripple's brief. Look down here. It says the SEC's June 13th, 2018 XRP memo. Perhaps the most explosive revelation of the SEC's privilege log is that the SEC's Division of Corporation Finance, a division that operates distinctly from the Division of Enforcement, wrote a memorandum containing a legal analysis of XRP. That memorandum was circulated to certain individuals at the SEC the day before former director before the Hinman speech. The day before, folks. The day before. All right. And John Deaton had retweeted that little video. Let me do a little refresh here. It's never going to hurt you to watch this video again. It's got 41,000 views for a reason today.
I think it's
watch. Remember, this is Nancy Wotas, who is a partner with Cooley, and she was a member of the Venture Capital Working Group who submitted the Safe Harbor memo to Bill Hinman on March 26, 2018. That memo is what became the Hinman speech, or at least parts of it.
What's interesting is I don't think Ether is decentralized. I think it's fully functional, but I don't think it's decentralized. But the chairman, the division director said it's decentralized. So, hey, look at the metrics for Ether. And, hey, you do a little better than that, hey.
In other words, I think it's a bunch of bunk, what this whole decentralization argument that gave Ethereum a free pass. But hey, now look at the market for Ethereum. Look what it did for the price of Ethereum. Hey, now Nancy's over the target.
Is it Ripple? Yeah, and I wonder if
yeah, and what about Ripple?
I said that 3 years back. I mean, now they came back and said Ether is not, it's not a security, but it's now. How about 3 years back? Would they have the same answer?
There's no question. Ethereum violated the law in the SEC's view when it issued its tokens.
All right, enough of that. You get it. Brad Garlinghouse today calling all creators, developers, and brands. Ripple is launching a $250 million creator fund. And he's retweeting this. We're incredibly excited to launch our $250 million creator fund to enable creators to explore new use cases for NFTs on the XRP ledger and engage more deeply with the communities they care about. Let me give you a little news flash here, folks. The Ethereum that's supposed to, that the SEC told Charles Gasparino the infrastructure is built out. Guess what, Charles? The NFTs that are going to be built on the XRP ledger are not going to have $80 gas fees like Ethereum in order to buy an NFT. Ethereum's a joke. Proof of work is a joke, and everybody knows it. Okay, I'm not saying that Ethereum is not going to be successful, and I want it to be successful. But that's going to be Ethereum 2.0 and beyond, and it's not even out yet, folks. There sure as shit isn't an infrastructure that's complete, because it can't be complete. You don't even have Ethereum 2.0 out yet. That is a joke, and everybody knows it. The SEC knows it too. All right, so here, let me hit backwards on that. And so here is their thing here, Ripple's Creator Fund, and you can apply to get started there. Now, when I was taking my son to his workout for baseball, and I looked at my phone, I looked at Google, and here's what popped up. Ripple starts $250 million fund to woo would-be NFT creators. And right below it, Jamie Dimon says JP Morgan has begun to prepare for potential U.S. default. Interesting. And then Ripple X had tweeted this out. These guys are doing their summit. Welcome to Apex, the XRPL Developer Summit, where developers, contributors, and thought leaders come together to learn, build, share, network, and celebrate all things XRP Ledger. We'll be sharing big moments throughout the day, so follow along at Apex Development Summit. I think they were doing this partly in Las Vegas. I wanted to go to Las Vegas, but I'm not a developer, so I would be a fish out of water at that summit. Now, I thought this was an interesting tweet. This is a tweet that this TAIG guy found, and I don't know what this is from, but he says it's a quote from Joel Katz, April 26, 2013. I'm going to go out on a limb here and speculate that you've never talked to an actual VC person. If you have, they were crappy. We're talking about the people who are looking for the next PayPal because they built PayPal. Well, that goes hand in hand with a lot of what I've been saying over the last few years about PayPal. Remember, 2013, they announced PayPal Galactic, and then all of a sudden, they invested, according to Joel Katz, into Ripple, or OpenCoin at the time. Now, this goes, I play you video. I have two files here, folks. One file is the something stinks really bad in what's going on file. And the other file is the all the world is a stage file. This goes in the all the world is a stage file, and I will show it now.
My name is Neha. I'm from MIT, and I'm here to talk to you about the future of money. I'm working on this technology to democratize access to finance.
We're working proactively to evaluate whether to issue a CBDC, and if so, in what form. We have two broad work streams, one of which is really technology, both at the board and in the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston's work with MIT.
We could actually get the Internet of Value.
Internet of Value. An Internet of Value moving money around the globe.
And that's what my group is working on. The mission of our group is to create a future in which moving value across the world is as fast and as easy as moving information.
Okay, all the world's a stage file. All right, and then this goes into my something stinks file, okay? Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, July 30th, 2020. Christine Moy, Global Head of Link Onyx by JP Morgan. Valerie DeHaya, Partner Perkins Coy. Remember, she's also ex-SEC. That's her down here. Perkins Coy is the same law firm that Lowell Ness worked for. Lowell Ness is the guy who said he wrote the memo that eventually became the Bill Hinman speech, right? That gave Ethereum the free pass. Watch this.
Continuing the journey with consensus.
This up here is Christine Moy from JP Morgan.
And the Monetary Authority of Singapore as part of Project Ubin, and then doing independent zero knowledge proof work with our development of Ether, which is open source. Please take a look at it. In 2017, we crossed the impossible chasm of blockchain proof of concept to production with the Interbank Information Network, which is the peer-to-peer network for cross-border banks to connect to resolve cross-border payments operational issues, starting with sanction screening exceptions. Really excited for us to get, especially as a globally regulated bank, to cross that chasm, to get blockchain live. And really excited to the progress to date, have over 400 cross-border banks signed up to join the network. If you're interested, Google Interbank Information Network. And we have a whole website that lists all the banks that are involved. Really excited to have them as partners. And also in 2017, of course, helped to co-found the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, which we're really proud to see.
Oh, you did.
The work that's being demonstrated today in today's session and the work that's been done through the years so far. In the past 6 years, we've learned that it's not been about just technology, and a lot of it is about regulation. And so I wanted to, call.
Oh, so a lot of it's about regulation.
Valerie from Perkins Coie, who actually used to be at the SEC and also the FINRA, to share with us what she's been seeing with her clients in terms of how they're navigating the regulatory regime. What are regulators thinking now, a couple years later, after the 2017 craziness that they had to experience? So Valerie, if you could share with us what your experience has been.
When you think about, I was at the SEC for over a decade, and one of the concerns is always...
No, the irony here is they're all with Ethereum, okay? And the irony is all of the, quote, 2017 craziness that she's referring to is the ICOs. And you still have to ask the question. I've asked it 1,000 times on this channel. Why did the SEC, well, first of all, why did the SEC give Ethereum a free pass? But the other thing is, if you had all this 2017 craziness with ICOs, why didn't you pull out the root of the problem? The root was Ethereum, because all those ICOs were built on Ethereum. Why did the SEC not want to go to the root of the problem? Then they wouldn't have an ICO problem. Unless they wanted the problem. Right? Okay.
Market integrity. We have a multi-trillion...
Okay, that's all that I wanted you to see from that. That gives you the gist of it. Now, back to the Fox Business feeding. Let me write this down. That's a feeding friend. Fox Business feeding frenzy, and then yeah, that'll be either a thumbnail or a title. We'll figure something out. It's a good one. Charles Gasparino said, I took the day off from TV, but I am working with Eleanor Tourette to put together an account of the various ties between the SEC, Ethereum, and the Ripple case. Okay? And then his partner, I don't know if it's partner, but the girl he's working with on this, Eleanor Tourette. Oh, and how many ties there are. Ooh, they blood in the water, folks. They smell it. You can just tell. And it's not just them. Now Charles V. Payne from Fox Business is smelling it too, because he tweeted this out. Chart School is next. Stocks to own, buying Ripple XRP, buying GME Market Minute. Now when I saw this tweet, I immediately turned on my TV. I was like, I'll bet you he's going to say something on his channel. And sure enough, here it is, because he did say something, and boy did he say something, or this lady on his show.
Flush and then maybe reversal, or it would have to get back over 250. We're smack dab in the middle in weak momentum, and right now, unless you have deep pockets, I would keep watching, but stand aside.
On a tennis court, they call that no man's land. You don't want to be there. Last one in the same space, Ripple, you say you like it, XRP, but isn't it illegal for U.S. investors right now?
No. Let me hit that. It is not illegal for U.S. investors. The SEC has not been decided whether XRP is a security. That's the whole point of the lawsuit. It has not been decided. That's why Uphold kept trading it, because they said, well, I'm not saying exactly what they said, but the gist of it was, well, our lawyers tell us that hey, well, this hasn't been decided, and once if the SEC wins the case and it's decided that it's XRP is a security, okay, well then we'll delist. That's a reasonable way to go about it. All right, so listen to this.
There are ways, but you kind of have to.
And the way to buy XRP, FYI, folks, is go to Uphold, UPHOLD.com. In fact, I think there's a link to it in the description of this video.
Through multiple steps, but I would try to find that out. Obviously, we don't have time for me to tell you now, but I'm very interested in it. Actually, they just announced today that they're putting about $250 million into looking into NFTs, how they can use their ledgers for doing that, things like house deeds and car titles, etc. And so it's illegal, but I think that with really basically neutral carbon, it's one of the best coins out there, and we're hoping at some point the SEC comes in, and at that point, maybe not too late to buy it.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully American investors will get a bite at this apple without going through any convoluted routes. Michelle, fantastic.
Get a bite at the apple. Upholds where I take bites out of the apple. Then I had tweeted out that one of those tweets. I said, hey, Charles, I'll show you what I said. Hey, Charles Payne, Gasparino, it's pretty clear at this point this entire Ethereum is somehow on a special decentralized plane all by itself. Narrative is a bad joke at best. Actually, it's a lot worse than that. XRP is more decentralized. Uphold is where I buy the greatest digital asset ever created. He retweeted it. He said, thanks, Wild. And I said, stick close to this Ripple XRP story with Charles Gasparino, Charles Payne. It's what we call the real deal Holyfield down here in Georgia. And that's because Evander Holyfield, the boxer, is from Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, and I saw this Stuart Alderati tweet, and I was thinking to myself, so this is one of those serious attorneys, and he's joking about securities. Did someone drop their security? And he's referring, the Howey test was about an orange grove, and so I guess he threw an orange on the floor in his kitchen or something. But when I saw it, I was like, ooh, that looks like confidence out of Stuart Alderati to be joking around about such a thing. Now, these Songbird tokens are on the move. They're back up to 49 cents. And Coinbase and Uphold still have not given us our Songbird tokens. There's a lot of people that aren't happy about it, especially when the price is going up. The Songbird tokens are now at 49 cents on Bitrue, you can see here. That's exciting. Now guess who is going to help you out, folks? This is a tweet that was going back and forth with iTrustCapital. Hey, this is from iTrustCapital. Hey, Elizabeth, we can happily confirm that we have received our client's Songbird tokens. We have already begun building out the integration to our dashboards so that clients can begin to take distributions. We will be answering questions, including clearing up the timeline for release via a Songbird frequently asked questions in the upcoming weeks. iTrustCapital, folks, is the best. It's the best crypto decision I ever made, folks. I'm not joking. I opened a couple of IRAs at iTrustCapital. I have put money into my Roth IRA and my SEP IRA, and guess what? The Roth IRA is, once the money's in there, when it comes out, it's tax freaking free, folks, as long as I take it out after like age 59 and a half. And look what they're about to add. VeChain is about to be added onto the platform. I don't remember seeing that one. They're going to add Decentraland, Maker, VeChain, and Terra pretty soon. And look at all these that they have now. I mean, they've got a bunch right now. This is awesome. I love and this week they announced that they're about to come out with their iTrustCapital app for your phone. I'm super pumped about iTrustCapital. I'm the digit, and the links to that, by the way, are in the description of all my videos and a 1-month free coupon with iTrustCapital. And I am the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that my 9-year-old has been knocking on the door, and I don't know what he wants, but I'm